Okay, let's call the Scott County Board of Education meeting to order. Okay, that brings us to the school reports. What about Miss Tanya? Is she there?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay. Do you have a report for us?
No, ma'am, just still working hard. Just want to thank everybody for all the hard work. Again, we did the food distribution yesterday. Ended up sending out over 4,600 meals here at Birchfield. It was outstanding. A lot of parents dropped by to pick up packets. We probably had about 90% of our parents come by the last 2 days to do this last bit of our at-home learning. So it's just been a very busy week, and we're very blessed. And janitors are keeping everything wiped down, sprayed. So if you are outside my building, somebody's probably after you with a Lysol can. So, but everything is going well.
Good, thank you. What about Mr. Cash? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here. Kind of what Ms. Tanya just said. We started right around 4,000 meals yesterday. Had most of our staff at school volunteering, so I was glad to see everybody. We definitely miss everybody. The kids, right before spring break, most of them turned in their first round of packets, and they're still working on the second round. We still have a few that are still returning packets, and for any parent and guardian that's listening to this and watching this, if they haven't turned in their work or they still need to pick up some work, they can stop by the school and get their stuff. Also, if their students has forgotten their books or need some books, they can also stop in and get those as well. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. What about Lisa Hamilton?
Hello.
Hi, Lisa.
Same things they've been saying. We're getting that work out, still collaborating, and everyone's back and forth with everything and trying to answer all the questions we can. We also have our cap and gown pictures for kindergarten and pre-K come back in, so we're trying to get those distributed out. Our yearbook's been put on hold. They can't go in and print anything because they're not allowed at work. So we're trying to get that message out to everybody and let them know as soon as that happens, we'll let them know about that too. So that's all we have. I just appreciate everybody's hard work and working together and helping each other.
Okay, thank you, Lisa. What about Huntsville Middle, Donna Goodman?
Yes. I'm going to be repeating the same thing that everybody else has said. We appreciate everybody pitching in and all the hard work. I think the cafeteria staff started trying to put all these meals and stuff packed up and getting them together on Monday. So it took literally 2 days and that morning on Wednesday to get all that put together. We had a couple of the teachers from the high school came out to help. And I told Miss Melissa earlier today to make sure that they knew how much we appreciated that. A special thanks to Jordan Jeffers. He was there the entire time, really worked hard. And Tony Phillips, and we appreciate everybody that's coming out there and doing that and giving of their time, because that is a lot of hard work. We did see an increase yesterday, especially for the middle school side, as far as students coming by and dropping their work off and picking it back up. So I'm like Mr. Cash. For the public, we just want to remind those parents and guardians to please make sure you're keeping up with that. The teachers are grading that. They're getting feedback to the students. There's multiple ways to get in touch with those teachers. We're sending out the all calls. It's on our web pages. There's all types of apps. And then for those who do not have access to internet of any kind, anything online, we do have filing cabinets set up right outside the school doors. It's got directions there, and there's a place for them to drop off their work, and they can pick up work. But if there's anything that they're needing, they can get in touch with those teachers. We already have a lot of our students that's on the Remind app that we've been doing all year long. So we just want to continue that, and we're encouraging students to continue working and getting that work turned in. And other than that, everybody is they're working extra hard, I think, because This is not like normal, and it is taking many more hours, a lot more communication, a lot more that we're having to do. So we appreciate the load that that's put on everybody, but everybody has handled it so well. And I think we've all shocked ourselves as far as what all we have been able to do with technology. I think we just don't have enough confidence in ourselves to think we can do all this, but we can, and we've done it. And it's because of the technology department, the great job that they do to help us. So we appreciate all of them and everything that everybody is doing. And I think that that is all that I have, unless you have something for me.
Okay. Thank you very much, Donna. Okay, what about Robbins Elementary? Is Amy with us?
I am here. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I feel like I would just really be repeating what everyone else has said. Our food distribution yesterday went great. We served a little more than 350 students, which was down just a little bit for us, but we stayed busy the entire time, and it's a job. It's a big job, but it's such a blessing. So we really enjoyed being able to see the students that we have been able to see. I'm in the same boat that the other principals are in. We're just trying right now. Our main goal has been to collect work that students has finished. So I really want to stress to the parents to get that work to us. We have several different options. They can upload it on the Teams Microsoft app. They can take it to the Dollar General store in Elgin. We have a tote down there. Or we have a filing cabinet that stays outside all the time, and parents can bring it down there. And then every day, Monday through Friday, somebody is at the school, and we have totes sitting outside at that time. So I can't stress enough, please get the work in so that we can grade it and check Power School, because we're getting the grades on there. Teachers have done phenomenal. And parents right now, they're my heroes. This is absolutely, it's a stressful time for everybody, but they are doing absolutely fantastic. So that's all I have, unless somebody has something for me.
We have lost Miss Esther. Give me just a moment here. Miss Esther, you're back. You'll have to unmute your mic and start your camera, please.
Did I do it?
Yep, you're there. Well,
Okay.
you've got your mic unmuted. Your camera should be there just to the side of the mic. And that muted you.
Okay. Do I need to
Yeah.
turn the camera on?
Yes, please.
Did I get it? It just went
Uh,
off.
Well, that's okay. You can continue on. We can still hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay, did Miss Amy finish?
She did.
Okay. All right. What about Scott High with Miss Rector?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Just a couple of things. Do want to kind of reiterate what some of the other principals have said. Just thanking, number one, technology for putting us in the situation where we can do all the things that we're doing right now. We wouldn't be nearly in the place we are if we didn't have access and the ability to do these things. So just thanks to those guys for doing that. Again, thanks to Miss Paulette and her cafeteria crews for continuing that food service for our students. I know that's a huge benefit for our community, and I know that that's a sacrifice for them, and so I really appreciate that. From Scott High, again, just to kind of again reiterate what some of the other principals are saying, we're doing the same thing. We kind of put a pause on some new assignments this week to focus on collecting work that hadn't been turned in yet. So that's what our teachers have been doing this week, is working on getting those grades in, collecting assignments that had not been turned in prior to spring break. And of course, our next big focus is on seniors. As we're all working, and we look at that calendar, the days for seniors are getting shorter. And so those guys are our main priority, to make sure that we get them in the place they need to be academically, so that we can make sure that they are graduating with a high school diploma. And so today I had about our third meeting with our Miss Kim Hammock, our senior guidance counselor, and Mr. Joe Carver, our graduation coach. We've kind of made a habit out of sitting down once a week, and we go through each and every single senior to try to check their progress and make sure that they are on track, and then contact those students who still need to make some improvements in order to stay on track for graduation. So just so you know, we're working very hard for those seniors. We want to see them all graduate. I did send the board an email last night that kind of gave an outline of our plans for some special events. If you have questions on that, you can shoot me an email or give me a call. I will try to release that to the public either this evening or first thing tomorrow morning, so that people can start making plans. Again, we hope that we only have to redo those things once, but we'll just do what we can. And again, if people have questions, please direct them to me on those things. As Miss Amy said, we also have a collection tote at Scott High. We're collecting that work. The school is open every day from 8 until 12:30, so people can bring that work, drop it by. We still do have some students who need work dropped off or need to pick up work. They can pick that up at the school, or if they need us to meet them somewhere or make other arrangements, just call the school and let us know. We've been doing that as well. We can always meet up at a general location and get that work to those students, but we want to make sure they have every opportunity, again, especially those seniors, every opportunity to get things completed, so that we can make sure that they're getting the benefit from this time. But that's all that I have, unless you have questions for me.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, what about Winfield? Miss Stanley?
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, I'm going to share the space here with the other board member who is part of my family.
Okay.
The thing about going last is that everybody else has already said just about everything. So I'm going to repeat, what they've all said. I am so terribly proud of all of our personnel, the people who have our cafeteria personnel and those volunteers who came to help yesterday for the food distribution. We've had a faculty meeting through Team. Thanks to Greg and Dave Blevins for setting that up. I found that absolutely fascinating, and it was terrific to see all the people. I didn't realize how much I missed them, and so it was really good to see everybody. And my teachers have done such an awesome job of using technology. I've had teachers who have gone to students' houses to collect homework papers and assignments. They've just gone 150%. So I'm super proud of all of those people who have risen to the occasion during these times. And like so many of the others have said, to the parents, if your child still has assignments out, please, we're trying every way we know to allow for those students to get that work in, whether it's dropping it off at the school or through the many apps from technology. The teachers are available in so many ways. One of the teachers today had a team meeting with her students, and I thought that was super fantastic. And I'm sure, Greg, that you probably had a big hand in that. So I'm just really proud of them, and I'm proud of our system for pulling together through this and coming out on top. And if y'all have any questions, I'm available.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Wilson. Miss Wilson.
All right, Esther.
I'm sorry. Okay, and with that, we'll go to Mr. Hall, our director.
Thank you, guys. Good to see you all again. Of course, the big news is what I have tonight. Governor Lee did announce yesterday that he recommends all the schools across the state of Tennessee to remain closed throughout the school year. With that being said, Scott County schools will be closed for the remainder of the school year. Now, also with that being said, schools will remain open to collect work, to do their business around the school with the cleaning, with anything that needs to go from there. We have talked with the principals about no new assignments at this point in time to start getting collected in, start getting some grades averaged at this point in time. And our focus from here on will be, the biggest thing is some enrichment programs, and also those kids who may not be doing as well as when this started, and a chance for them to enhance their grade. We are bringing forth some policies tonight, some grading policies which are in line with the State Board of Education and what they've adopted. Again, which will allow our kids to improve their grade as long as they're doing the work that's been set forth and what we've done up to this time. Also, there are some resolutions we'll be voting on tonight. We'll be adopting. Now, one thing too, these are short term. When this is over and done, when we get more direction from the State Board of Education, then the majority of these will be in use if we have this again, but hopefully we won't have to use the policies that we're going to adopt tonight for our school year. I'll be answering any questions if y'all have any questions regarding the grading policies or things from there. Also, one thing too, guys, our food service and the volunteers. As I listened to one of the directors, our Commissioner Schwinn, speak yesterday, was talking about one of our systems that served over 20,000 meals. Well, as of today, Scott County Schools has served 55,306 meals that have gone out to Scott County students. And guys, that is absolutely phenomenal. I get chills sitting here thinking about that, and knowing these kids aren't going hungry is a tremendous thing. These people are volunteered, guys. They put their families at risk going out and doing what they're doing for our students. And I check with Paulette daily. If it ever gets to the point to where if they think it becomes unsafe, then unfortunately this would have to stop. But right now, the plan is to continue. And we're doing everything we can to take every precaution that Paulette has taken with her workers. And guys, like I said, these people I watch them on cameras. I watch them in there. They get after it. And it is so enjoyable to see how much they care. Can't say enough about our food service and all the volunteers who have helped for that. On some really sad notes, guys, right after I wasn't surprised with the announcement from Governor Lee yesterday, but shortly thereafter, Bernard Childress with the TSSAA come out with the announcement canceling all spring sports, along with the all-state tournaments, which included the basketball, the baseball, softball, soccer, which the basketball has been on postponement since early to mid-March. So that has been canceled. All sports from then on. You know, my heart goes out to those seniors. Yeah. It's been a trying, what you think is going to be the best year that they've had, that these unfortunate circumstances have happened. And I know it's hit a lot of families. It's hit our family. So, you know, those type of things and how much it means to those kids and how much it means to the school. Say a prayer for those students and for all students for that matter, because this has been very trying on everyone. I know it's put everyone at wit's ends with frustration, with the unknown. But the one positive from this, and I think Ms. Stanley said it, and I know every principal has said it, was how the system has come together and have worked to no end for the betterment of this community in our kids. And that is something that we'll look down 15, 20 years, and I hope we're all still here 30 years from now, that we'll say, wow, it was truly phenomenal what our people have done getting to this point. And one more thing, I would like Monday morning at 9 o'clock, meet with my principals via video conference, kind of go through our weekly events and kind of going forward, where we are and what the plan is from here on. Guys, thank you. The board members, thank you for your support. I know a lot of y'all been volunteering, doing some things for us there. Don't know how much that means. And with that being said, that's all I have, unless y'all have any questions for me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hall.
Thank you.
And I know the parents are happy to get that food for those kids too.
Yes, they are.
Okay, that brings us to item 5, excuse me, adoption of the agenda. In accordance with Board Policy Number 1.403, the Scott County Board of Education should adopt an agenda of all items to be acted upon during the regular monthly meeting of April the 16th, 2020. May I have a motion to approve the April the 16th, 2020 agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp,
Ms. Sharp, you're muted.
I'm unmuted. Thank you. Yes, aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox.
Aye.
Okay, item 6, consent agenda items. In accordance with Scott County Board of Education, policy number 4.403, the Board of Education may include routine and non-controversial items on the consent agenda, which may be adopted by a single vote without discussion. Any item on the consent agenda may be removed and placed on the regular agenda for further consideration at the request of any board member. May I have a motion to approve the items listed on the consent agenda as follows? A, approval of the minutes for March.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley, Mr. Sexton,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott.
Aye. Item 7A, approved trips. Board approval is needed for out-of-state overnight school trips. May I have a motion to approve the following out-of-state overnight trips, subject to final approval from the Director of Schools? Robbins Elementary, Tennessee Association of Middle School Conference in Sevierville, Tennessee, June the 2nd through the 4th of 2020. The board members, Director of Schools, Attorney, TSBA Summer Law, Gatlinburg, July the 17th through the 18th of 2020.
Motion.
Make that motion.
Have a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton.
Aye.
Item 7B, approved budget amendments. In pursuant to Board Policy Number 2.201, the Scott County Board of Education needs to approve budget amendments in order to make the line item transfers needed to balance the budget for the fiscal year of 2019-2020. This action will allow funds to be applied to areas of the budget that lack sufficient funds to complete the school year. May I have a motion to approve the following amendments for the 2019-2020 school year? General Purpose Budget Amendment Number 6, and CTE Amendment Number 3.
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp.
Aye.
Okay, item 7C, extended utilization of vehicles. In accordance with the provisions of TCA Section 49-6-2109, the board must approve the utilization of buses that have been 16 years of service before they can remain in service. May I have a motion to approve the extended utilization of the following buses? Now, I'm just going to read the bus number, not the VIN number. Bus 01-2, Bus 01-3, Bus 01-5, Bus 02-3, Bus 02-4, Bus 02-5, Bus 02-6, Bus 04-1, Bus 04-2, Bus 04-3, Bus 04-4, Bus 04-5, Bus 04-6, Bus 04-7, Bus 05-1, Bus 05-02, Bus 05-03, Bus 05-05, Bus 05-06, Bus 05-07, Bus 05-08.
Motion. Second.
Any discussion?
What was that, Tommy? Was it the second, the motion?
Yes.
Okay.
Any discussion? If not, waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton.
Aye.
Item 7D, Early Childhood Grant. The Scott County School System has been selected to receive an Early Childhood Grant. May I have a motion to accept the SPDG Early Childhood Grant for $20,000?
I make that motion. Second.
Okay, any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Kidd, Ms. Kidd,
Aye. Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton.
Aye.
Item 7E, approved textbook. The textbook committee met and chose the books they would like to adopt. May I have a motion to approve the following ELA textbook adoption? For grades K through 2, McGraw-Hill, Wonders. Grades 3 through 5, Amplify, Core Knowledge. Grades 6 through 8, Amplify. Grades 9 through 12, HMH, Into Literature. CTE 9-12, Hospitality and Tourism, ICE.
I'll make that motion.
Have a second?
Second. Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd, Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton.
Aye.
Item 7F, approved board policies. Approval is needed by the board to amend board policies as recommended by TSBA. May I have a motion to approve the first reading of the following amended board policies as recommended by TSBA and waive the second reading? Policy number 1.8011, emergency closings. Policy 1.8011.3, employee designation during emergency closure. Policy 5.1151 telework during emergencies, and policy number 5.3051 FFRCA leave. Wait for motion.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton.
Aye.
Okay, item 7G, COVID-19 grading policy practice guidance. Due to the COVID-19 virus, the Scott County Board needs to pass the grading policy in alliance with recent TSBA emergency grade requirements. May I have a motion to pass the following? 2019-2020 spring semester grades S2. All S2 grades 70-100 earn a grade of P for pass. All S2 grades 69 through 0 earn a grade of I for incomplete. These students should continue to work through at-home learning to improve their S2 grade to the P category as long as the school year remains actively in session. To improve the S2 grade, a student will first be allowed to return any previously assigned work from the at-home learning period. If this does not raise the S2 grade to the P category, then new activities will be assigned and scored until the student's S2 grade approves to the P category. If the S2 grade has not improved to the P category by the end of the active school year, then the student will be issued an F for fail. All students who receive an F will be referred to summer school options as available for extended grade/credit recovery. Principals will review every student's record before being issued an F to ensure compliance with board policy regulations. Additional considerations for the Board of Education policy. High school grade point averages GPA, the 2019-2020 spring semester will not be calculated into the student's grade point average. The only exception to this will be during the student's graduating year in consideration of scholarships and local honors designations. At this time, if the inclusion of the 1920 spring semester grades, raw letter grade scores, will improve the student's that's hard for me to say, GPA, then it will be used to benefit the student. High school dual credit/enrollment courses. The exemptions and gradient alterations found inside this policy do not apply to local dual credit/enrollment courses. The S2 grades for these courses will be issued by the overseeing post-secondary agencies and applied to high school. I'm sorry, all that. Okay, I'm waiting for a motion.
Motion.
I'll make the motion.
Okay. I had a motion. Did a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Can you tell me who made the second, please?
Lou,
Lou, okay. Derek made, Ms. Kim made the motion.
Kim made the motion.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Kim? Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Abbott.
Aye. Item 7H, resolution. This resolution will suspend policies for the 2019-2020 school year that conflict with new State Board of Education emergency rule and policy changes. May I have a motion to pass the emergency suspension of board policies resolution as recommended by TSBA?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Sharp,
Aye.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Silcox,
Aye.
Ms. Kidd, Ms. Abbott,
Aye.
Mr. Stanley,
Aye.
Mr. Sexton.
Aye.
Okay, and before we go to item 7, Mr. Silcox, do you have anything you want to add?
I have nothing. Good to see everybody. Stay safe.
Okay, what about Miss Smith? Diane?
I want to thank all the teachers for all their hard work. And I think the parents are starting to appreciate the teachers a lot more now.
Amen.
Okay, Miss Sharp?
You know, you can't have a rainbow without a storm. And we're in that storm, but we have lots of rainbows. And that's each individual that's helping any child in any way. I appreciate it, and I just thank you. I know you're putting out a lot of extra effort, the teachers, principals, the whole staff, and everyone. And I do appreciate it. Thank you.
What about you, Kim?
Well, I just want to just brag on everybody. I think they're doing the best they can in the situation, and no one wants to be in this situation, but we have to go one day at a time till it's over. And I received a letter in the mail, and with Bill's permission, I mean, it's not a bad letter. It's just a parent that's very concerned. Would you care if I read it, Bill?
I'm fine. Yeah, Ms. Kim, go ahead.
Okay. As a parent with smart kids, they are not being challenged enough. One of my kids had 3.5 weeks of spring break because he did all of his week 1 through week 3 work in the first week. I am making him sign in and type every day and do physical activities. But other than that, the amount of the work is just not enough for him. I have another child that is an honor student. And on the second week of spring break, because we were told that we was not given additional work so the others could get caught up, that was hard for parents, and I'm sure it was hard for teachers. I have a very smart child who has been done a disservice because she goes to school with kids, a lot of them that do not care. We cannot continue to focus on those kids who do not care and are lazy, and especially in the honor classes. Not to mention how this will impact her hard work to earn a 4.0 GPA that will now be tainted with P's. I mean, she's worked hard for the grades, and she got this before and after this started. She's worked continuously, and she spent hours the first 3 weeks doing work for every class and even her electives. But for what? Our school system, I feel, is catering and focusing to few students who do not have internet access and focusing ways too much on students and parents who just do not seem to care and are going to take advantage of the situation to get out of work. It seems just unfair to those kids who have the ability to want to. The ones who are sitting around and not doing their work and haven't been given work, so kids who choose not to work for the first 3 weeks can catch up. As a parent, I am just frustrated and concerned about my child's education. Students and parents need to realize that they have to take a responsibility for their own child's education. Our system has provided them resources, and it is doable. There is no name on this, but that was from a parent that I received in the mail today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kim.
No disrespect, but I disagree with that. I disagree wholeheartedly with that. In this pandemic, there's not only education purposes we're having to worry about, but that might be so in one student, but for the majority, I just do not believe that. I think our teachers and our school system is offering above and beyond the education that our kids deserve, and I don't agree with that lady at all.
Yes. Well, she asked me if I would share this with you guys. She said I probably shouldn't do this, but I just wanted to know how I felt.
I understand that. And
Miss
she has a right to voice her opinion. I just totally disagree.
Okay.
Miss Kim, this is Miss Rector. I will throw this out there, and again, if you want to talk, I know she mentioned honors classes, so that's probably a high school student. If you want to talk to me a little more after the meeting or something, we can certainly do that. I can give you some more information, but I will tell you this: we are still making a lot of plans for things to come. For example, one thing we talked about at our the meeting I had today was we're still trying to come up with a date. It may be in the summer, but still trying to come up with a date to offer that pre-ACT to our 10th graders that we had slated to test. We have that test. It's at the school. We can still give it. We just have to have the ability or we have to have the ability to get them all, to get kids in there and be able to have them actually in the building to do it. So that's something that's, we're still working on there. So I think some of those things are coming. It may just be a little more patience till we can get there.
Well, I figure there'll be a lot of parents watching tonight, so maybe this will, help them realize and see some things.
Okay, thank you, guys. Did anybody else have anything they wanted to add to that? If not, we'll go to Mr. Stanley. Do you have anything?
Yes, from what I'm hearing from the schools and the principals and teachers, this just shows what a great job can be done when we all pull together. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Mr. Derrick, how about you?
I just want to say thanks to everybody for all their hard work during these difficult times, and it's good to see and hear from everybody. And as always, feel free to call or anything if we need to make any changes or do something different. So again, just good to see everybody.
Yes, that's true. Well, I appreciate what everybody's doing. I'm blown away with our technology department. I really am. I mean, I just can't believe this. I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Okay.
If I can also say, we're going to continue to work until the last day of school. That's our job. It's what we do. And we're going to educate till that day. I know it says schools are closed right now, but we're going to continue to educate. Now, it may not be to the same degree of what there's, but we are going to continue to educate and try to reach out to kids and do the best we can for kids every single day until the end of the school year.
Absolutely. Okay. Anybody else have anything before we adjourn? Okay. That was bringing us to item 7I, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion, Miss Esther.
Okay. Do I have a second? Okay. Okay, waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Silcox?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Sexton?
Ah.
Thank you, everybody. Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank
you, guys.
Hey, to
See
be
you
careful.
all.
You guys have a great weekend.
You too.
Thank you.